Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Aashi Adani and for today's video, I'm showing you a sweat-proof, summer-proof makeup tutorial. So let's get started. Now that you guys are closer, we can get started. If you have oily skin like I do, I have tried a couple of combinations, but what works best for me is face wash, toner and directly sunscreen. The minute I put serums and moisturizers, it's just adding lots of products, and with summers you want to limit your products as much as possible. So dive right into the sunscreen. I'm gonna take a generous amount. This one is quite a bit. Don't forget to apply it literally everywhere: your neck, your ears, your lips, your hands, legs, everywhere. If you're someone who is gonna be out all day, what you wanna do is invest in a sunscreen powder so you can reapply it over makeup, and you can keep touching up your sunscreen throughout the day. I usually sit at home, so I think I just do like one generous layer of sunscreen and I'm good to go. Next up is a hack that I use to make sure that all my skincare products don't stay greasy, for which I like to take like the thinnest part of the tissue paper, which is just like one layer, and dab it on my skin. This will not remove any product. This is just gonna get rid of the oiliness. As you can see, like my face looks super matte and I really like it that way. If you have pores, you can use any pore minimizing primer. I have these two right here with me. This one's from Smashbox, this one's from Benefit. You can use any pore minimizing primer. I would avoid using silicone based primers because they provide a lot of slip to your skin, and in summers you want your makeup to stay intact. So if you need a primer, use a pore minimizing or a mattifying primer just around your nose and like this part of your cheek, so you can cover the pores. Next up, for your base, I would recommend either using a concealer or a foundation, not both together, because they tend to make your makeup a little heavier. If you need extra coverage, then use a concealer. If you don't need extra coverage, use a foundation or a CC cream. It's very light, and only use it where you absolutely need it. So I'm gonna take some of this CC cream, and I'm actually gonna pick it up with a concealer brush. The size of the brush really changes the coverage of the product. Like if you use a smaller brush, you can focus it on just the area where you want all the coverage, which is very important and very convenient as well. You don't use a lot of product and you're focusing the coverage. So I'm using the CC cream under my eyes. This is the same areas where you will use your foundation or a concealer if you want. So always, like, don't forget your under eyes, over eyes, eyelids. You just want to make sure that it blends into your skin. So pull it a little downwards if needed, but you want to make sure that it blends into your skin. I'm going to take a little around my mouth, around my nose. So these are your key important areas. Other than this, you can use it wherever you have hyperpigmentation or any scars that you want to cover, like right here. But I like to let it just be. I like to just use it under my eyes mainly. Everywhere else I'm pretty okay with the pigmentation. Now that we are done, you want to take a loose finishing powder. This powder has to be tinted. Don't use a translucent powder. Don't use any other powder. You can definitely use a compact powder, but I prefer using a loose powder only. Just take a little bit and press it in with a dry beauty sponge. You want to press it in with a dry beauty sponge. You're not baking, you're pressing the product in. It's different. With baking, you apply a lot of product and you dust it away. With this, you are pressing the product in as much as possible. You want to do this technique in the areas where you especially crease. So your forehead wrinkles, around your eyes, around your mouth, around your nose, and wherever you sweat. Wherever you sweat, you want to lock that area in. I think I sweat a lot on my nose, so I just like to lock that area in with pressing in a lot of loose powder. This again gives a lot of coverage, so it's super easy to avoid foundation and concealer because this powder also has coverage, so you are pretty covered. Like you can see, this doesn't look like, oh, she's put tons of makeup, but it doesn't look like, oh wow, she needs some makeup. I hope nobody says that, but like, you know what I mean. For my brows, I'm just taking this Lakme Absolute Brow Pencil, and brows will stay in place with any kind of pencil. Like, you know, your pencils don't usually bleed, so you can use this one. I also love the Faces one. I'm just gonna fill it in. I've filled it in. I'm just gonna comb it out with the spoolie side to blend it. There we go. For my eyes, I just like to curl my lashes and put loads of mascara and nothing else. To bring some color back into your face, you want to use a cream blush. Contrary to popular beliefs, a cream blush will not melt away with the sun. In fact, it has more of a lasting power. So always just press it into your skin like I am right here. I'm using the K by Katrina cream blush in Flirty Nude. It's a very pretty pink shade that works well for all Indian skin tones. This one I especially love because you can use this one over powder, and that's such a good thing, and it dries down matte on its own. It's self-setting. And just add a little bit to the tip of your nose to make it look like you've been out in the sun, and you know, it gives a lot of flush to your cheeks. I personally prefer skipping highlighters during the summer because you end up sweating a little bit anyway, and highlighters will just make you look like you're sweating even more, so we don't want that, so I'm gonna skip it. The last step is using a long-lasting liquid lipstick. You can use any that you like. I prefer using this one from Plum, but what I like to do is I don't want too much color. I just want to use it like a tint. This one is so pigmented that it doesn't come like a tint, but it lasts for a very long ride. Of course, you can apply it perfectly, but I prefer this tinted sort of a finish, something like not perfectly applied, and I like to press it down with that remaining powder that we had to make it a little lighter. If you like the lipstick that you're wearing, you don't need to do this. Last and the most important step is a setting spray. Any setting spray will do, but make sure to wear a setting spray. This is gonna lock in your makeup and keep it budge proof throughout the day. So I'm using this one from Benefit. I did 5 vertical sprays, and I like to do 1 horizontal just around my eyes, because I feel like the powders will also melt very easily if there is more setting spray. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then please like and subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comments what else you'd like me to do. I'll see you guys super soon. Bye.